The art of falling forward. Ethan Parker had always been a perfectionist. Growing up, he was the kind of kid who color-coded his notes, double-checked his work, and shuddered at the thought of making a mistake. His parents praised his straight-A report cards, and his teachers called him gifted. To Ethan, success wasn't just a goal. It was an expectation. So when he decided to start his own business after college, he was convinced it would be a masterpiece. He had a solid business plan, a small investment from his savings, and an unshakable belief that he would succeed. After all, he had never truly failed before. The business, an online platform for handcrafted furniture, launched with enthusiasm. Ethan spent months perfecting the website, hiring artisans and curating products. He imagined customers flocking to his store, impressed by the craftsmanship and convenience. But reality hit hard. Days turned into weeks, and sales barely trickled in. The marketing campaigns didn't gain traction, and the competition was fierce. He burned through his savings faster than he anticipated. His confidence began to crack. One evening, after yet another day with zero sales, Ethan sat alone in his apartment, staring at his laptop screen. He had done everything by the book. Why was he failing? He felt ashamed, afraid to admit to his friends and family that his dream was unraveling. Just as he was about to shut down his laptop and give up, he noticed a new email notification. It was from an old professor, Mr. Calloway, who had mentored him in college. The email was simple. Ethan, I heard you started your own business. I'd love to hear how it's going. Whether it's thriving or struggling, remember? Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a step toward it. Let's grab coffee soon. Ethan hesitated, but eventually agreed to meet. When they sat down at a cafe the next morning, he reluctantly admitted, I think I made a mistake. My business is failing. Mr. Calloway nodded thoughtfully and asked, What have you learned? Ethan blinked. He hadn't thought about it that way. He had been so focused on his failure that he hadn't considered the lessons hidden within it. Well, he said slowly, I learned that just having a great product isn't enough. I need a stronger marketing strategy, and I probably should have started smaller, testing the market before investing everything. His professor smiled. Sounds to me like you haven't failed. You've just gathered valuable data. That conversation changed Ethan's perspective. Instead of seeing failure as the end, he saw it as an opportunity to refine his approach. With renewed energy, he analyzed what went wrong, adjusted his marketing strategy, and reached out to customers for feedback. He realized that people loved the idea of handcrafted furniture, but wanted more customization options. He pivoted his business model, allowing customers to personalize their orders. It wasn't an overnight success, but slowly the business started gaining traction. Orders increased and Ethan's confidence grew, not because he was avoiding failure, but because he had learned how to embrace it. Years later, standing on a stage at an entrepreneur conference, Ethan shared his story. Failure isn't a dead end, he told the audience. It's just a signpost pointing you in a better direction. If you never fail, you never grow. And in that moment, he knew failure had been his greatest teacher. Hit the like button and subscribe for more inspiring stories and lessons. Comment your opinion.